Somebody asked this question. So Zandi Kumalo saw the first intruder, and she's even able to give a description that, okay, this first intruder looks like this and this and this and this. Right. Now, she's asked to describe the second intruder. Zandi Kumalo doesn't look at people's faces. And she saw that the first intruder had a gun. So then if you try to balance that and you ask yourself a question, so does that mean that, so since you saw the first intruder, does that mean the first intruder carried the firearm with his head? Because when you didn't look at their hands. Hey, yes, when you lie, please remember that you're going to get caught in your own games. With lies, you always need to cover the first with the second lie, and from the second lie you need to cover the second lie with the third lie, and from the third lie you need to cover the third lie with the fourth lie. So you keep lying, and the problem is you will never be consistent if you are not telling the truth. So in today's episode, look, we need to talk about some of the things that we saw that Zandi Kumalo has been telling us, which clearly doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no sense, there's no logic in it. In any way, shape, or form, there is no logic in it. That is exactly what we're about to talk about in this video, provided that you are interested. If you are interested, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of these nice things, good people? You need to do it because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. So definitely, good people, the power here is in your hands. Please exercise that power in favor of this video. Remember, guys, we are on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. So please, guys, we are as of me recording this video, we are on 4,567 subscribers. We need that, you know what I'm saying? So please, guys, please. Yeah, come on, guys, please. You know what I'm saying? I'm begging you, please. You know what I'm saying? But again, in today's episode, I want us to go back to Zandi Kumalo, guys. There are quite a number of things. I came across certain comments where people were making these comments, and I thought we'll come back today and, you know, have a conversation about some of the things, you know, that we did notice, because people are able to see different things. So that's why I'm bringing these things here combined. So let me start in what I've read. Zandi Kumalo was able to recognize the first suspect. The first suspect had a gun, but when she's asked about the second suspect, she says she doesn't look at she doesn't look at his hands, she only look at the face. So does this mean the first suspect was carrying a gun with his head? You guys, look, I know a lot of you guys are saying, are defending Zandi Kumalo, and there are those who are defending her. I want you guys to counter argue that. Tell me, because she's able to pinpoint the first suspect clearly. Now, as you guys, the more you look at this, it's the more you see good. Nah. You see the guys who are in court. I can tell you this. Calling the off Zandi Kumalo Australia. Something is off here. How did you see this? We need to hear this. How did you see this? You were able to see the first face, the first intruder, and you are able to give a clear description, but you can't do the same with the second one because you don't look. Now, it makes sense if you will say, maybe I was traumatized to a point that I couldn't even look at the second suspect. But if you say, when you are asked and you say, Pyramid, I don't look at their faces, then it begs the question, how did you see the first one? That means you are reliable. You are. I hope you see where we're going now. Yeah. So some of the things that we saw as well. But if Zandi was in the bathroom, now this is another point as well, that when I was looking at it, I was like, wow. If Zandi was in the bathroom, she cannot dispute that there is a possibility of one of the people in the house could have disarmed the intruder. Yeah. So So if the intruder really came into the house, that means the possibility of a second person getting it, look, a person within the house disarming, because Zandi tells us that Bona, they were fighting these people, right? So as they were fighting these people, so they pushed them into the corner. So that means if you are listening to her testimony, that means they were overpowering this intruder, right? So since they were overpowering this intruder, the narrative that they look, chances are they were able to disarm them, take their gun, and the chances are the person who was inside the house shot Senzo Meyiwa. It makes a lot. It can make sense. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but the point that we are making here is that if we are reasoning, if we try to reason based on what we are told by Zandi Kumal, we still can arrive in a different conclusion than Uzandi Kumal, and there are it opens a lot of possibility to arrive in a far different possibility than that which Zandi Kumal, than the narrative that Zandi Kumal she's driving us. Now the judge as well made some remarkable important point. Even the judge says, in human experience, no man can ever approach a man holding a gun. It's never happened, never. So that is exactly, again, something that somebody wrote and say, I want my family to be as bold as the Kumalo family, because the Kumalo family, whether you are carrying a gun or not, they can approach you and do whatever they want to do and harm you if they want to harm you, because they are that bold. To get a point. So like a lot of people think that we just arrive at the point where we want to hate at the Kumalo family. No, we arrive at the point where we're saying they should go down to prison because they are not telling us the truth. And we are able to see, based on the things that I've just told you now, we are able to see, you are lying to us. You know what I'm saying? Let me read this. What I think I've ever, what I think I've never understood in this entire story from those who were inside the house is why Chico Twala was the first to be called. The explanation have never really made sense to me. Exactly, that's another point that I think we needed to look into as well. Ugut, okay. You are unable to call the police. You are freezing, but you are able to call Chico Twala. Guys, this thing it just keeps angazi, but it leaves a lot to be desired. Like we trying to make sense of this, but it really doesn't make sense. Vele, please tell me this: how were you able to call? How were you able to call Chico Twala, and you were not able to call the police? Any of you guys, like, it doesn't make sense that you've got 7 people in the house. None of the 7 people are able to make a call to the police. None of the 7 people are able to make a call to the emergency service, disaster, to come and rescue Senzo Meyiwa, the paramedics. None of you guys are able to do that. But for some strange reasons, you got a strength to go call Lomchitalo, Chico Twala. Hey guys. So it allows a lot of presupposition. Oguti, how come you were able to call Chico Twala, but you were not able to call Uloku Senzo Meyiwa? Another point that we also saw that Advocate Mchololo has provoked this out of Uloku Kelguti as Zandi Kumalo, so that she can lie. You know what I'm saying? Was that when she asked her about the colors, Zandi Kumalo said, she doesn't remember certain things that happened in the past, but as years continue, she keeps remembering them. Fine, fair enough. Now, she remember incidents that happened before the Senzo Meyiwa case, right? Now, she doesn't remember certain things that happened from Senzo Meyiwa coming upward. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see that this witness is, she's so incredible. I mean, she's not a credible witness. You know what I'm saying? You trying to defend her, you trying to see her in a positive light, but she's constantly proving to you, please do not believe what I say. She's constantly proving to us that please do not believe what I say. You know what I'm saying? Because I am not telling you the truth. Every time she opens her mouth, whatever she says, it leaves a lot to be desired. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have actually come to realize, that the less I said about, the less I said like Zandi Kumalo, the better. Because every time she opens her mouth, she learns herself, in every single sentence that comes out of her mouth leaves a lot to be desired. There's no cohesion within her statement. Let's read this. So the intruders fired 2 shots. Kelly and Co, right? Kelly and Co continue to fight them. This is a movie, right? That's Kelly ran first, but got to the room, ate a tin of spinach, then comes out to fight. Yeah. Some of you guys think that we just arrive at the point where we're just bashing the Kumalo family. We did not arrive at that point. They put us into this point, into this, or they made us think the way we are thinking now. If you are under these circumstances, there are people that comes into your house, break into your house. That's number one. You should be afraid that even if that person has got no firearm. I wish I can show you my house here, but I wouldn't, for I don't want. There's a gate here, and on top of this gate, there's on top of the wall, there's this thing where you can't just jump in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the name of it, but you can't just jump into the wall. Then the gate is locked. Then I'm inside the house. If I were to look in any day or in any time of a day, if I were to hear somebody knocking, the first question that I must ask is, how did you get inside the house? If I can hear somebody opening my door, the first question is, how did you get into my house? Because the gate which you are supposed to come through is locked. Say, for instance, in the Mayowa family, the gate was not locked. The question that we need to ask is, the door is locked, or even if the door is not locked, for the mere fact that we are not expecting people, we react when we see people coming in. Now, that's the first case here. Oh, that's the first scenario. The second scenario, the unexpected guest comes in carrying a firearm. Now it's a second scenario. So the first one was that, how are you not reacting? How are you not shocked? You're not expecting a guest. 2, clearly, these are thugs or these are thieves. They want something out of you. They came with a mission of robbing you, and you already see that. But out of that, you still, now this is scenario number 2. Kelly Kumalo goes into her room, gathers strength, she comes back, she's fighting. Under normal circumstances, people will, in that case, they will go hide for their lives until the intruder are gone, then come out and check what happened. Let me give you a practical scenario here. You are in a mall, you are in a mall, particularly you are at ShopRite or Spar, whatever supermarket you are in. Then thieves storm into that shop. They rob you. They rob the shop. So they tell every customer to lie down. Do you think there's a customer on the floor that will just go and gather some strength and slip down and wake up and say, or at that moment, the first thing you are thinking about is, God please help me. I want to come out of this situation alive. I think normal human beings, that's how they react. They don't just say, you know what? You lie down and then you wake up. Unless when your body is a bulletproof, then it makes a lot of sense, because your body is or has a bulletproof. You know what I'm saying? But even if you are wearing a bulletproof, you wouldn't do that, because a bulletproof only covers your chest. Your bulletproof doesn't cover this. So a thug will just put one bullet here and then you are done. So even if you are wearing, now, did I say, let me repeat this one. Look, there's a difference between your body being a bulletproof or having a bulletproof, your body, the entire body, or wearing a bulletproof. The bulletproof that we have, they only cover the chest. But if your body itself is a bulletproof, then it makes sense, because even if I'm shooting at your hand, then the bullet cannot penetrate. Even if I'm shooting in your eye, then the bullet cannot penetrate, because your body is a bulletproof. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So Zandi Khumalo must have had a body that is a bulletproof body, because at that moment, normal human beings would have gone to their room, hide themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because their bodies are not bulletproof, and not unless they were expecting these people the intruders to come into the house, they were already wearing bulletproof. Then it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying the story that we are listening here, even if we are trying to weigh it on the left, we still find it wanting. We go to the right, we still find it wanting. Like we're trying to make sense here, but the story keeps just giving us the vibes that I'm a liar, I'm a pathetic liar, I am a professional liar. Like the story keeps giving us those vibes that I'm a liar, 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 I'm a liar. We want to believe them. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, we listen objectively. We want to believe the Khumalo family. We want to trust them, but they don't give us the reason to trust them. And then let me give you this example, 10 minutes example. I usually say to people in a relationship, do not expect me to trust you, but you don't give me the reason not to trust you. And just because I love you, then I must trust you because I love you, but you give me the reasons not to trust you. I feel like in this situation of Zandi Khumalo, or the Khumalos, they give us reasons not to trust them, but they expect us to trust them, which is never going to work with some of us. Maybe with you it will, but with me, doesn't work like that.